Have you ever wondered why your life seems so different from everyone else's? Why you've had to fight battles that nobody else seems to understand? Why you've been forced to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient than you ever thought possible? Maybe you're beginning to realize something. You weren't given an easy path because you were meant to become ordinary. Every challenge, every betrayal, every disappointment, every moment when you felt completely alone may have been shaping you into someone stronger than you realize. And right now, people are starting to notice. You may not see it yet, but the person you are becoming is beginning to surprise everyone around you. The same people who underestimated you are watching you change. The same people who thought you would give up are wondering how you keep moving forward. And the people who once believed they understood you are beginning to realize that they never really did, because something inside you has changed. You have been through things that could have broken you, but instead, they taught you how to stand. Being strong doesn't mean you never feel pain. It doesn't mean you never cry, doubt yourself, or have moments when you want to walk away. Real strength is continuing even when you're afraid. Real strength is getting back up when nobody is there to encourage you. Real strength is carrying your scars without allowing them to define your future. And perhaps that is what makes you different. You have learned how to keep going without needing everyone to understand your journey. There were moments when you probably questioned why certain things were happening to you. You asked why people walked away. You wondered why opportunities disappeared. You questioned why your plans kept falling apart. At the time, those moments felt like punishment. But sometimes what feels like rejection is actually redirection. Sometimes losing something is what creates the space for something better. And sometimes the door that closes behind you is the reason you finally discover a path you never would have chosen otherwise. The strongest people are rarely created by comfort. They are created by pressure. They are created by uncertainty, disappointment, responsibility, and moments when there is no easy way out. Think about everything you've survived so far. There were days you didn't think you could make it through, yet somehow you did. There were nights when your mind wouldn't stop racing, but morning still came. There were people you thought you couldn't live without, and eventually you learned how to live without them. There were versions of yourself you thought you would remain forever, and somehow you outgrew them. That's why you should never underestimate what you have already survived. You may be focused on how far you still have to go, while forgetting how far you've already come. The person who is standing here today is not the same person who started the journey. You have learned lessons that cannot be taught in a classroom. You have developed patience because you had no choice. You have developed independence because people disappointed you. You have developed discernment because you learned that not everyone who smiles at you has good intentions. And now, something strange is happening. You are becoming harder to manipulate. You no longer need everyone to approve of you. You are becoming comfortable walking away from situations that disturb your peace. You are learning that silence can be more powerful than an argument. You are learning that not every battle deserves your energy. You're learning that your attention is valuable, your time is limited, and your peace is not something you should sacrifice just to make other people comfortable. This is why some people may not recognize you anymore. They remember the version of you who tolerated everything, They remember the version of you who explained yourself constantly. They remember the version of you who chased validation and tried desperately to be understood. But that version of you is disappearing. You're beginning to understand that you don't need to convince everyone of your worth. You don't need to announce your growth. You don't need to prove that you are becoming stronger. Your actions will speak for you. And perhaps the biggest transformation is happening quietly. You are learning to trust yourself. Every time you survive something difficult, you collect evidence that you are capable of handling life. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build confidence. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you become stronger. Every time you refuse to return to something that damaged you, you demonstrate that you've learned the lesson. But don't make the mistake of thinking that being strong means becoming cold. You don't need to lose your kindness. You don't need to stop caring. You don't need to become heartless just because some people hurt you. Strength isn't about building walls around your heart. It's about building boundaries around your life. You can remain compassionate without allowing people to take advantage of you. You can forgive without giving someone unlimited access to you. You can love people and still choose yourself. And if you're currently going through a difficult season, remember this: you are not required to understand the entire journey today. You only need to take the next step. You don't need to know exactly where everything is leading. You don't need to have your entire future figured out. Keep moving, keep learning, keep becoming. Some of the greatest transformations happen when you are simply doing your best to survive one day at a time. One day, you may look back at the period of your life that hurt the most and realize that it created the person you needed to become. You'll understand why certain people had to leave. You'll understand why certain plans failed. You'll understand why you had to spend time alone. You'll realize that some seasons weren't designed to make you comfortable. They were designed to make you stronger. So, if people are surprised by you now, let them be surprised. If they don't understand your transformation, they don't have to. If they wonder how you became so strong, you don't owe them an explanation. They weren't there for every battle. They didn't see every tear. They didn't hear every thought you fought in silence. They didn't experience the moments when you had to encourage yourself because nobody else was there. You know what it took to become this version of yourself, and that's enough. Maybe you are not the strongest because you never broke. Maybe you are strong because you broke and rebuilt yourself. Maybe your greatest power isn't that you have never been defeated. Maybe it is that defeat never became your final destination. So keep going, keep becoming, keep choosing yourself. Keep protecting your peace. Keep believing that your story isn't over. The world may not understand what you're becoming right now. Some people may even underestimate you, but that's okay. You don't need everyone to see the vision before you live it. One day, the results will explain what words never could. The person they underestimated will become the person they cannot ignore. The person they thought would give up will become the person who kept going. And the person who once questioned their own strength will finally understand the truth. You were never weak. You were being tested. You were being shaped. You were becoming stronger. And perhaps the most incredible part of your story hasn't happened yet. So, don't give up now. You have survived too much to stop here. Your next chapter is waiting, and this time You're not walking into it as the person you used to be. You're walking into it with everything you've learned, everything you've survived, and every scar that reminds you of how far you've come. They may be watching you now. They may be wondering what happened to you. Let them wonder. You don't need to explain your transformation. Become the answer.